Let's talk about Section Boyz and what happened to these men. Because a few years ago, they used to be the hottest rap group in the country. Like no cap, real talk. They even got the Drake cosign, man, back in the day. That's like gold dust, yeah? Go ask Gigs, yeah? When you get that Drake feature, your price goes up. You start getting them festival shows and all of that. What happened to Section Boyz? Because these man gave us classics back in the day, yeah? Delete My Number, banger. That's some nostalgia for me. Lock Off, banger. Trappin' Ain't Dead, banger. Few more classics too, by the way. But we're gonna take a look at their story innit and where it went wrong for these guys. Because like I said before, at one point for about a 2-year period, they were the biggest rap group in the country. Probably along with 6-7 actually. See, before Section Boyz was even created, yeah, quite a few of the rappers in the group were in another group that was called Squeeze for Peas. And that was created by their older who went by the name of Ghost. You know? You can go back to 2010, as far back as 2010, 29 even, and see fucking DP, Swift. They must only be about 13, 14, 15, man, but you can see them making rap songs even back then. Then 4 years later, Section Boyz started, and that's how most people have heard of them, you get me? But they have been about way before that, just know. And I think they're from the Thornton Heath area, South London, Thornton Heath, Croydon, around them ends, you know? So yeah, they were doing the Squeeze for Peace thing, yeah, for a good 3-4 years. Eventually, they started Section Boyz, and there was 8 original members. There was Littles, there was Inch, there was Sleeks, there was K9, there was Swift, there was DP, and there was also a rapper who goes by the name of Rico Squeeze. But I think they kicked him out a good few years back. They kicked him out. I don't even know the reasons really, man. He's still making music solo, and he's a decent spitter, to be fair, man. But yeah, he got kicked out, so there's only 7 members now. Sleeks is probably the best spitter out of all of them, yeah. But you know, Swift had the hooks. Swift had the hooks. Trappin' Ain't Dead. My connect still breathing. Ay. Tell the bitch to delete my number. Bow. Tell my ass she can keep my jumper. Hey, if you know, you know. If you don't, get to know. So the first time I heard of Section Boyz was around 2014 when they dropped Delete My Number. Then I checked the video and I was like, hold on a second, man. I know a couple of these faces. Yeah, where do I know them from? Then it clicked, Squeeze for Peas. But yeah, they dropped Delete My Number, which went off. Let's check how many numbers that done. Okay, that done 2.8 million. They dropped songs like Lock Off, 22 million views on their own channel. That's big boy numbers. Back then, 6 years ago too. Trappin' Ain't Dead, 11 million. Oi Remix, 2 million. Nosy Neighbours, 2.7 million. Hey yo, that Nosy Neighbours tune, I forgot about that. That fucking hook used to be stuck in my head all day. Nosy Neighbours, boy, Nosy Neighbours, hey. We're doing features with people like Skepta, Fecky, 6-7. I'm sure they got a Gigs one, I could be wrong on that one. But anyway, they were doing features. They were traveling Europe, they were doing festivals, and they were getting to the bag. But there's one problem, man. When you got 6-7 members in your rap group, the bag needs to get split up 6-7 ways now. So it's a lot different if you're a solo artist or you're a duo. Yeah, the money must only split 2 ways, you know. But when you got 6, 7, 8 man in your group, it gets splits up. So you gotta be clever and smart with your money that you make from tour and all of that shit. But yeah, they were doing bits. Then all of a sudden, yeah, they switched their name up to Smoke Boyz. And then, in my opinion, that completely fucked up their momentum. And basically, it was the beginning of the end for them, man. Like, to see how quickly they fell off after changing the name is crazy, man. Because it was only a year or so before that they got the Drake cosign. Man was scrolling my newsfeed one day and I see Drake in the club with these man. And I'm like, wow, that's a big look. That's a big look. I'm like, these man are gone now. So them man had to change their name due to a copyright issue. Someone else owned the rights to the Section Boyz name. so they had to change it to Smoke Boys. And there's rumors that it's someone in their circle, one of their elders, who actually owns the copyright. Goes by the name of Ghost, but I could be wrong, innit? I could be wrong, but that's the rumors, you know. And Section Boyz just thought it'd be easier to just change their name rather than spend all the money, go to court. It turned out to be basically a shitty situation because their buzz died down, innit? I'm sure these man regret changing their name now. They have to regret it because you literally had the fan base when you were Section Boyz. When you change your name to Smoke Boys, your views have just kept going down and down and down, and now I think they're all solo now, innit? It was kind of sad seeing the decline, man, from when they changed it to Smoke Boys. They were doing millions of views, and in the end, it was barely touching 200,000-300,000. Individually, they're getting like 50k, 90k, 100k. And yeah, it just shows us again that rap game, yeah, you only get like 2-3 years at the top, so you have to make the most of it, man. Unless you're Drake or you're Kanye West, you only get a certain amount of time at the top, so you have to make the most of it, innit? It's good to see these men are still making music, whether that's as a collective or individually. Good to see they're still about. I'm sure they got old school fans, yeah? Maybe one of these days we'll see a Section Boyz reunion. But we need to understand that for a 1-2 year period, Section Boyz was the hottest rap group in the country. So they do have a part in UK rap history, innit? No matter what their views are doing now, they made their part in the history, yeah? We can just remember the classics, yeah? Trappin' Ain't Dead, Lock Off, Delete My Number, all of that shit. All of that. But yeah, shout out to Section Boyz. Thanks for watching, people. I'm out. Peace.